Hey, this is Joel. Thanks for clicking on this video because today I'm going to be sharing with you 4 camping essentials, 4 products that everybody's going to need once they get out there and start camping. And that is a good tent, a good chair, a packable table, and a good versatile multi-use light. So whether you already have a lot of gear or you're just looking to get things started, hopefully you'll find this video helpful. I'm gonna put chapters in this video so you know right where each product starts and ends. And I'm gonna put links in the description down below so you can check those out for yourself. So let's get started with product number 1. All right, so this is the bag that the Zeta C6 Pro comes in. Nothing to write home about. It's pretty lightweight, but it does hold the tent and make sure you can get it from point A to point B without pieces or parts getting lost. So let's go ahead and open it up and see how easy it is to set up. They say you can set this tent up in 60 seconds. Well, we're gonna put that to the test. All we do is unzip it here and go ahead and remove it from the bag. Now inside this bag, you also have the instructions that are a part of the bag, so you can't lose them. And we have our rain fly, which we'll get to in just a minute. So let's get rid of this and start to set up the tent. Whee! Okay, so this folds out like an octagon, and I can find my point here on the bottom. This is where the center of the tent's gonna be. I just find the arms and pull them out like this. And you kind of see a circle form around me. Let's center it up here. There we go. I'm just gonna pull each one of the legs all the way out to reveal the full footprint of the tent. All right, so now everything's laid out. We're positioned right here. All we need to do, pretty simple, grab the center and pull up. How easy was that? And each one of these arms should lock out. Then all you have to do is grab each one of the corners and extend the pole. Locks into this nub. Do it 4 times. And there you have it. I mean, we're not completely done. We still have the rain fly to put on, but that was the entire assembly for the main part of the tent. And that took way less than 60 seconds. All right, so the rain fly came in a little bundle with all these pieces and the stakes for the tent. Let's go ahead and spread this out over the top first. Then we'll worry about strapping it down and staking it to the ground. Ugh. This might be easier with 2 people. So you can see each corner has a little hook, and you simply attach it to the yellow hook on the tent that's going to hold it in place. Once you get one in, the rest will kind of come together. I suggest going to opposite corners to get things started, but just be patient. And they do have these Velcro straps inside here to hold them in place. I'm gonna go back and put the Velcro on. Keeps everything where it's supposed to be. All right, now you can see with everybody's Velcro straps in place, the rain fly fits really nicely on top of the tent. Now you want to make sure you go around to every corner and place a stake in the corner to keep it from blowing away. But then additionally, if you're using your rain fly, unbundle this, pull it out, and place another stake further out so you can attach your rain fly to it. Simply take this plastic piece, pull it up, let it go, and it's going to hold your rain fly in place nice and tight. Let's do that on all 4 corners. And in case you've never done this before, it's really easy to attach the rain fly section here. All you do is loop it around your stake at the bottom. And this little plastic piece provides tension. You pull it tight, and this tension right here holds it in place. So you can see we've got that done all the way around. We've got our rain fly in position. Now let's take a look inside. All right, so the first thing I notice is this giant wide door. I really like how large it is. Really gives you a big open mouth to get inside. This is a huge area inside here. I mean, just look how big it is. You've got windows that you can unzip on each side. We've got a screen here. In the back, we've also got a screen. So every side has a window or a door, and on the back, look at this. It's got a little ventilation hole. Let's go around and check that out. Take this stake, pull pull it out here, place it in, and then that way you've got ventilation from the inside to the out. It's gonna allow some air to flow through. I think it sets up and looks really nice, really quick and easy to set up. Anybody could do it, even a beginner. And if you're not the biggest fan of roughing it, they even have a spot on the tent you can run an extension cord into, and it'll come through the inside, so you can enjoy some comfort and luxury while you're inside your new tent. And so here's the view from the inside with the rain fly on. The top is all screen. Again, if the rain fly was off, this would be all air. You'd be able to see everything all around. But there's plenty of room, probably 5 feet at the peak. And also thought I'd mention that they have some various loops on the top to accept hooks from lights. If you've got a camping light, seems like everybody has a flashlight or something they could hook to the ceiling, that would be the place you could do it. I don't know that you would fit 6 people in here comfortably. My family of 5 could probably fit in here. We really love each other. On each side, you also have these valuables holders. On each side, you also have valuable holders. They're mesh pockets here. You can place your phones or lights in, whatever you need. And then there's one up here in the front corner as well. See what I mean? You don't have to spend a lot of money to go outside and have some fun. This tent is a great example of that. You can buy it on Amazon, fit your whole family in there, set it up in just a few minutes, and be enjoying the great outdoors. It's a really interesting category that we've seen grow a lot over the last couple months, this combination of a battery bank and a high output, low voltage LED light built in. There's a lot of great features in these, and I think this one in particular is unique and has some features that others do not. Starting with this bag that it comes with, you may think, why would I need a bag for something that's already pretty self-contained, right? Well, it's nice because you've got a place here on the side of the bag to store your USB-C charging cable or your stakes, these little stakes that will help you keep it in place if you've got a little bit of wind going on. All of those things fit in this little pouch on the side, little Velcro pouch. It's got a handle and of course a zipper on top. So it's kind of self-contained, helps keep the light clean, and just gives you a little more peace of mind if you're throwing it into a backpack with the rest of your gear. But that's not something that a lot of other lights in this category are coming with. So even though it's a pretty lightweight standard bag, it is nice that it comes with a bag. So once we remove it from the bag, we'll go ahead and get rid of that. You can see that it's kind of this military style coloring, a very earthy greenish brown color. And the features of this light are numerous, but I'm gonna start with the fact that this is an over 15,000 milliamp battery. That's one of the main features in a lot of these camping lights, is that they're larger battery banks. And this one in particular has some feet that just pop out the bottom, and you'll see they've got reflective tape here on the top of the legs, so it sets out like this tripod style. These feet are completely separate from the lights themselves, but these feet slide back in. They just go down and then slide back in like this. Really easy to deploy, quick and easy to get them out. Not complicated, but at first it took me a minute because I thought the lights themselves were the legs. But this is a minimum 10-inch height, maximum 5 foot 5-inch telescopic boom light. And what you do is once your legs are out, you can simply pull this center section here like so, and your lights are going to come out in kind of a, I would call that a flower petal fashion. It's really quite cool. They go all the way up, let's see, all the way up like this, or all the way down like that. They even rotate 270 degrees, I believe. You can get a light facing the top, and then you can rotate it all the way down to face the ground, or you can rotate it sideways. They don't spin 360 degrees all the way. They do have a stopping point on each side, but a really neat feature that all 3 of these lights can be articulated up in the air like this or down, and they do spin individually. So you can point these lights pretty much wherever you want. The only thing that I have to say about these lights themselves, these are lightweight stems here, but they do tend to, around this area here, if they get jostled, they tend to droop. See how this droops just a little? I don't consider that to be a huge deal, because when are you going to be, shaking on a light like that? But if you put them in this orientation, they may have a tendency to fall down like this as you kind of, move it around. So, better off for them to either be further down like this where they have less chance to wilt or droop, or straight up like this. I like that orientation a lot. So just know that that's probably the weak point of this whole design, are these little hinges here, but not a huge deal because these are extremely lightweight. Okay, so before we get too far into the video, let's go ahead and shut off the main studio lights so I can show you what these lights look like, because there's several different types of light orientations and there's different colors that the lights can put out. So let's check that out. Okay, now that we've got our front lights off, we've just got a little bit of backlight. That'll give you a good idea of what this light looks like, and we'll take it into the darker room in just a minute. But all the controls are right here on top of the light. You have a power button there, but also a master power button on the bottom. Both must be on in order for it to work correctly, but your first click here is simply gonna turn on one of your lights. So a second click is gonna bring on a second light. You'll see that there. Now you have two lights on, and the third click is gonna bring on all three. So we've got 1, 2, and now 3 are on. And you can orient these in any direction. Of course, you have an intensity button that's a plus or minus button that you can click. So we've got, this is brighter, brightest, really bright by the way. And then we were all the way on the lowest setting when we started. And you can see the kind of light that this puts out is incredible. 3 of these lights, you can rotate them around. I mean, it's a lot of light, even on the lowest setting. And I did read that on the lowest setting with 1 light on, so not all 3, but just 1 stem, you'll get 60 hours of light. So if you want to spread that out, that's a long time. I believe it lasts about 2 hours if you have all the lights on all the way up. So it'll last an entire evening around a campsite for a couple hours all the way out. But because there's so much light, I don't think you need all them. So that's the intensity. That's the different modes. Then we can switch the color. We can go from this bluish daylight color, it's a little intense, to more of a warm orange light. That's really nice because at night, you don't always want that bright daylight if you're not doing a task. This would be much better, and you can kind of see how warm it is. Again, 3 different intensity levels. Whoop, hit a wrong switch there. 3 different intensity levels on here. You've got low, medium, and high. Less intense than the daylight, but nice and warm. This would be great downlight. And even though you can face these up, I do prefer to have them facing down at the ground. It's really nice that you can kind of face them in any direction. I'm up here now, I can face them down here near my face, or if I'm working on a task. Like I said, up to 5 foot 5 inches tall with this telescoping arm in the middle. And there's nothing you really need to do other than pull the telescoping arm out, push it in. It's fairly self-regulating. So that's the second mode. And then the third mode, if you want to put your arms down a little bit, the third mode is the light right on top. It's more of a flashlight. So if you were to put everything, back together in the middle, legs go in, you were walking down a trail and you just needed a flashlight. I gotta say, this is the weakest light. Obviously, it's a very small light here on front, but it does throw enough light out for you to see some things in this direction. So those are the 3 different styles of light, and they're all really useful in different ways. I really enjoy the fact that you can change the color temperature on these, and you can articulate these arms. Like I said, the only thing that gives me a little bit of pause is the fact that these arms are a little flimsy, but when you want them facing down anyway, that doesn't cause a lot of issue. Obviously, it charges via USB, as almost everything does. Really happy to say it charges via USB-C. So everything that charges USB-C, like most things do, high output, high input, you can charge it quickly and you don't need an extra cable. What you have will already work. But this is not just a USB input on the device, it's also a USB-C output. So I can take my phone and plug it in here and get a charge from the light. See that there? We're charging from the 15,000 milliamp battery inside this light. And it's just really handy to have a multifunctional, multi-purpose product with you when space is at a premium, putting things in your backpack, putting things inside an RV with your camping gear. This is great. It's a lightweight aluminum table that folds up into just a couple pieces, and it's all based around this awesome engineering right here, this frame. So if you pop it open, this is actually the top here. pop it open and click it in. It locks together. Look at this neat engineering. This looks like some camping chairs that I've had in the past and used. This really cool hub technology. It's got some soft rubber feet on the bottom, so when we set it on this blacktop or if we're in dirt or gravel, it's not gonna go anywhere. And it's a really sturdy base that they say holds 380 pounds. So we're gonna test how sturdy and how durable it is in just a second. But beyond this base, it's got these top frame pieces. There's 4 of them. Yep, there's the 4th one. And essentially, they lock together in a male-female fashion. You've got the male version here with the little springy prong, goes into this side, press it down and it clips together. Then you simply lock it into these prongs on top of your frame. Click, click. Just like that, nice and easy, nice and quick. Gonna lock in the second one. Click, click. And there are little springs inside of there to make those click in nice and tight. And you'll see now we have the frame for our table. And now we're gonna get out our aluminum base. This entire base is right here. And all you have to do is unroll it. It's a little loud. Unroll it like this, and you lock in the edges. And this is what the locking mechanism on the side looks like. All you do is let that dangle. It is locked in there. But when you lift on both sides, you can take it out. And there's just a little tab here and a little tab there. Simply flip it over. That tab goes in. You have that on each corner. And the key to this table's strength are these interlocking aluminum panels here. They allow it to fold down nice and compact, but when it's folded out together, it's a nice, strong, sturdy table base. And this is what it looks like from underneath. You have these panels being supported by the frame and these locking pins here connecting to the frame top. It's a really simple, easy design, but well engineered for strength. Like I said, it holds up to 380 pounds. I weigh 200 pounds, or just a little less than 200 pounds. I'm reverse planking. No problem holding my weight, about 190 pounds. But it's a really cool design because despite how strong it is, it's super lightweight. Look, I can pick this entire thing up. I can move it over here. I can move it over there. And that's all thanks to this base. This base is the real key here. These legs and the engineering of that hub down below allow it to be so strong. And I've been placing this in the back of my truck, the trunk of my car, whenever we go places that we would take foldable chairs. Now we take a foldable table, because when you need a table and don't have one, it's a real annoyance. But when you find out you need a table later and just happen to have one with you, this is great. So they make a rectangular and square version of this table. So you can obviously see this is the rectangle version. And if we want to take it down, it's just quick and easy. We'll go ahead and do that. We just lift on these lips right here and it comes up, and then you can just nice and easy fold this top together. I'm trying to do it real quiet for the sake of the video. And the only thing that I wish we really had with this table was something to bind this up. You kind of have to hold it or it begins to fall apart. Makes it a little harder to put back in the bag, but I do like that it folds up like an accordion. Then we just grab our bag. There is a section inside of this bag right here just for the table. And then on the side, harder to see, there is a section just for the little frame pieces. But we just simply take this, stick it into the bag like that. We're nice and separated there, goes right in there. Then we take the top off. You just twist, twist, unhook, unhook. And you got your 4 pieces again. Those 4 pieces will go into the little pouch on the side of the bag. See, there's a little pouch down in there. Big pouch on the side for the top, little pouch down over there. And the rest of the large portion of this bag is for the base. And the base is really easy to take apart. It's locked out. But if we pull on this center section right here, it folds in. And you want to fold it flat and take this Velcro strap, wish we had one of these for the top, and strap it tight. My advice is to strap it as close to the legs as you can. The higher up it gets, the less it holds it together. But if you strap it down here, that's really good, and you'll see, not coming apart, it's staying together. Stick this into your bag, zip it all the way around, and you're absolutely done. and ready to go. Hey, if you're enjoying this content so far, why don't you go ahead and click the subscribe button down below. Really helps me out, and it lets YouTube know to tell you every time I put out a new video with content like this. This is the carry bag. It comes in, you got the Fanttik logo across the front, and you've got a big strap that's adjustable on the side, little handle on the top. All you do is unzip it. You've got these nice pulls on the zipper. Unzip it and take it out. Then you're ready to assemble. I've kind of rolled mine up into the seat cushion itself. So if we roll this out, you can see that the chair frame is down here. So I'm gonna set the cushion aside, undo the Velcro, and simply just start assembling the poles. Everything is tied together with these elastic strings. So you can kind of see where it goes. It just connects. We do the same thing over here. These longer ones are your back. Then you got shorter ones. These are your front. And then the legs with these rubber feet are obviously gonna go to the ground. Some of them even put themselves in. And you can kind of see the magic of this rocking frame right here, just right here like this. So this is the frame to the chair, and I'm gonna keep it sideways while I put it together so you can see how I do it. All we're gonna do is grab the chair seat, and you'll feel a bar. You also will see the headrest, so you'll know this is the top. And all you do, come in here and look at this nice and close, is take this slit here, put it over the pole, all the way into the other pole you're in. Then we're gonna take this side and do the exact same thing. Use this black loop, pull on it. There we go. Make sure you don't stop here. That would be a mistake. Pull it all the way down in. There's a piece in here that it locks into. Then you can flip it forward and do the same thing on the front. Now this requires a little bit more leverage, so make sure you grab this black loop and just kind of pull to lock it in. You see it locks in down there. We're gonna do that on the other side. Black loop, pull. This is the hardest one, but you can see not that hard. Now we're set up, we're locked in. You can see the nice Fanttik patch right here. You've got the headrest pillow. There's Velcro on here to keep it in place. If you don't want it, you can flip it around, but you can adjust it within the confines of that Velcro area. And then we're ready to sit down. This thing holds up to 250 pounds, and this is what I love about it. I can recline and in a portable chair, get like an armrest on each side. That's not something that you get in a lot of portable camping chairs, is a place to put your arms. I can just relax here, put my head back. Again, adjust this headrest to my liking. I like it a little higher so I don't hit my head on the bar. But I'm relaxing, tilting back, and if I'm sitting around the fire, check this out from the side. If I'm sitting around the fire and just want to have some motion to what I'm doing, I can rock back and forth. I'm rocking. See everything just kind of pivoting right here on this hinge? I can rock back and forth and just keep myself occupied. A little bit of rocking motion just kind of keeps me relaxed and at ease. And this chair, for a portable, packable camping chair, extremely sturdy, extremely easy to set up, and really comfortable once you get in it. So in addition to the standard features we've already covered, I want to talk about the extras on the chair. This pocket here on the side that's looks like it's made for your phone. It's got mesh on the front, just kind of hangs off the edges. Then if you go around back, you can really see that there's a lot of breathability in the chair. We've got mesh on the back and mesh down on the sides here. And you get a better look at the frame down below. You've got double reinforcement in the middle, and even though these are small, lightweight tubes, it holds up to 250 pounds. And as somebody who weighs 195 pounds, I didn't feel at all worried that it wouldn't hold my weight. So even though it's lightweight and packable, it's got a lot of sturdy strength built in. And here's a closer look at the soft rubber feet you're gonna get on the bottom of each one of these 4 legs. This just helps you to not sink into soggy wet ground or not slip around on concrete or blacktop. I'm gonna hold this up with my pinky. That's how easy and lightweight it is to pick up. And just as easily as it came out, it goes back into the bag. So what we're gonna do when we take it apart, same exact process in reverse. Grab these black loops, pull up. Comes out a lot easier than it goes in. Pull up on our top, pull up on our other top. And then I like to set the seat down so I have a place to put the frame when I'm done. So I simply take the frame apart piece by piece. From the top to the bottom seems the most logical, and just kind of lay everything toward the middle. And this is where it gets most awkward, but if you go a little slower and stay organized, it's really not that bad. So we've got everything gathered here in the middle. We just kind of pull it around, loop it up, and pull it tight, and we've got everything in a nice little bunch. This is about as organized as it's gonna look, so keep it like that. Pull your seat over here and just place it right in the middle. Then you can fold your sides in, pop it over, roll it up, and there it is. It's ready to go in your bag. Let me grab the bag. Fits nice and easy. I would say for a chair you can pick up on Amazon, lightweight, packable, goes in a bag, set up in less than a minute. This is a great buy. I've been really excited to take this on a trip, and it's gonna replace some of the portable packing chairs that I have already because they're not as comfortable, they don't rock, and they don't have armrests. That's why I really like the Fanttik Zeta L8 Max. So there you have it, 4 essential products that'll help anybody get their camping journey started. Like I said, I'm gonna leave links in the description below if you wanna go check those out. As always, thanks for watching. My name is Joel. This is the Traveler Toolkit, and I'll see you in the next video.